Woo, you recording? Okay, guys, this is us resetting the oil life. After you're done with your oil change, you want to make sure you reset your oil life. You go ahead, take your key, put in the ignition, 2 clicks. You're going to see all the lights come up. You're going to go to the trip odometer button, okay? And you're going to click through till you get to the oil, right? And we were already at the oil. It's the oil right here. You're going to press and hold. Oil life comes up, release, press it again. It's gonna flash some more. Just press and hold. It's gonna seem like a pretty long time. Then it's gonna reset itself, okay? And there we go. It's reset at 100%, as you can see. All right. What's up, y'all? James Backles here, back again with another video. I'm gonna go ahead and videotape long overdue. When I changed my wife's 2013 Honda Pilot. Super easy, guys. I just wanted to go over how to do it, a step-by-step video. So if you have a vehicle like this, if you have a Honda, you're prepared how to change this vehicle, change this oil on this vehicle. And so we're gonna go ahead and do that. All right, so first, you gotta go ahead and get you some ramps, okay? Get you some ramps. The ramps are really easy to, roll right up, put them right in front of the tires, roll right up. I'll show you the process, but really easy. I want you to get you an oil collector. All right, this right here. I think it's called an oil pen or something like that. I'm not really sure what it's called. I just know you got to get it from Walmart. The oil collector, right? And you see that red right in the middle? You unscrew that, you're gonna see everything. And the oil drips down into there, goes down there in the oil receptacle. And then you use this part right here to return the oil back into the container so that you can go ahead and recycle that oil, not throw it away, okay? For this vehicle, because this has a lot of mileage, and for this type of vehicle, we're going to do OW-20, high mileage, extended performance. Mobile one's pretty good, so we got that. We got cardboard to catch the oil that doesn't land in there, okay? And then we have, of course, the ratchet set to get the oil plug off of the oil receptacle inside the car. I know I'm really not good with technical terms. It's all good. You guys know what I'm talking about. And then we have the rag right here. We need a rag. Make sure you wipe your hands. And then even closer, that is the most important part of the video of changing the oil on a Honda. That is an oil washer. You'll see where that goes. It goes in between the drain plug and the drain pan of the oil. If you do not have that, oil crush ring, excuse me. If you do not have that, the oil will leak out of your vehicle and it will definitely be a problem for you. I had a Honda 2001, quick story. I had a Honda 2001. I let people change my oil before I knew how to change oil. The guy didn't replace my oil ring, which is like 10 cents, by the way, y'all. And the oil leaked out of my car slowly but surely. Finally got the oil light. I had a family member driving my vehicle, and the oil light came on, and she didn't tell me. And basically, the engine block seized up. Okay, and the engine block cracked. I had to pay $3,000 because he didn't replace $10,000. Okay, message. That's a lesson. All right, so this is really important. It's gonna be real simple and easy. I'm gonna go ahead and show you. Stay tuned. All right, you guys. So we have my wife's Honda Pilot set up. We have aligned the ramps with the tires. Come over here, slide over so that people can see. It's aligned with the tires. Your tires need to be straight. You don't have to be on a driveway going uphill. This is just kind of what we're dealing with right now because I don't want to be in the middle of the street. But both sides are like that, lined up. And then what I'm going to show you is a video of me driving up on the ramp. All right, so you can go ahead, start your vehicle up. I like to roll the window down. I don't know. I just like doing that. And then go ahead, put your foot on the brake. You guys know how to drive. Put the car in drive. And you don't want to speed up these ramps. You want to go slow. If you notice in the front of the ramps, I put some bricks to stop the ramps from moving. So you just go ahead and accelerate slowly, slowly, till you get to the top and stop. Is that good? All right. So you go ahead, put the car in park, put your emergency brake on, turn the vehicle off. And if you didn't already, go ahead and pop the hood so you can have access to the hood. If you're shorter, I would say do it before you go to the top of the ramps. And then after, you want to go ahead and inspect the ramps for safety, okay? So we're going to go around and we're going to go ahead and make sure that the tires are on there good. Looks like they're on there pretty good, right? We're going to go ahead and inspect the tires, make sure they're on there good. The ramp is not warped in any way, because you're going to be going under this car. You want to make sure that everything is taken care of, okay? Hopefully the hood is popped and we're ready to change oil. So, all right, guys. We're going to go ahead and lift up the hood. And after the hood is lifted up, thank you. Come on in. Look down here. We want to go ahead and find the oil checker, oil dipstick, right? That's the correct term. The oil dipstick. We're going to go ahead and pull that up. You want to take that pressure off that oil, so when you open that drain plug, it comes out. This is where your oil fill is. We'll get to that later. You know what I actually forgot? I actually forgot the oil funnel. So I got to go back in the house and get it. Make sure you guys use the oil funnel. That's the only way that you're going to fill the oil back up, okay? All right, thank you. Okay, guys. One thing you want to do when changing the oil is inspect under your car to see if anything looks different from the last time you came on under here. Is anything spraying around, leaking, loose, hanging, any of those things? It's really good. It's a really good time to look and see like what's going on with that. I didn't have my cardboard in the right place, so I'm about to put it in the right place. But yeah, it's really a good time to do it, because when else are you gonna do it, right? All right. Your drain. Remember to take this little knob out, put it right under the part that says engine oil. There's a place under here. Come closer. There's a place under here that says engine oil. Let me see if we can see it. Let's see. It's right there. Hopefully you guys can see that. It's kind of upside down and sideways. But that's where the engine oil is. And so there's a little doohickey here, drain plug. And the drain plug needs to be loosened. What you do is you find the size for your car, or for this one. I always forget because I have two vehicles I do oil on. I want to say it's a 14, size 14. I have a 3/8 drive ratchet set. It's just the size of the part that goes inside of the socket. You just connect it like that, and then you go down. Make sure it's on lefty loosey. You go down, put it over there. Nope, see? Knew I was wrong. So it's not a 14. Maybe it's a 16. I don't know. You figure it out until, you just keep going. Or you can have it written down. I like figuring it out sometimes. Nope, not a 16. Okay. This is a shallow socket. This is a deep socket. Okay, I like teaching. So this is 17. Let's try out the 17. And 17 is the winner. And make sure you have it on lefty loosey. I had it on righty tighty. Lefty loosey is just the direction you want the ratchet to loosen. Okay. Okay. Popped it loose. That was real simple. Hopefully you guys can see that. Tilt it that way. Okay. And then you should probably have gloves on. I kind of like oil. So you're going to just you're going to untwist the plug. You're going to start seeing oil drip down. That's fine. At some point, here comes the oil. I want you to stay with the oil. Oh, there it is. There's the oil, guys. There's the oil. This is the drain plug I was talking about. I'm going to clean it off and show you all about it and everything, but this is the drain plug I was talking about. I'm looking for the washer. It's still on here or not? Oh, the washer is stuck to the. So sometimes the washer sticks to the oil pan. And I was like, "Where's the washer at?" The washer usually is on here, but it's actually stuck up there. I think that's the reason why the oil was coming out so slow. Let me have that rack. Okay. Okay, let's see if I can get that off of there. Okay, and there it is. See? That's the washer, guys. That's what I was looking for. This is the old washer, by the way. We're going to put a new washer on there. So we're going to let that engine oil come out. Didn't seem like a whole lot came out. Ugh. All right, you can stop it. All right, guys. So you just go ahead and clean off the drain plug. This is the drain plug. Look like a bolt. The washer, the brand new washer that you have, that I showed you that cost 10 cents, that cost me $3,000. You go ahead and make sure you put that right on the drain plug, okay? After you put that on the drain plug, you insert that back in there and you just screw it down in there, okay? And then you take your nifty ratchet set and you make sure it's on righty tighty and you just tighten it down snug. There are specs. I don't typically use specs because I know what it looks like when it needs to be when it's tightened enough. And basically what you do is after you put the refill the oil back in, you see if the oil's coming out. There are specs. You guys can look it up and do it. I don't use specs. So specs means how tight the bolt should be. So you get back under here, take your oil rag, wipe off excess oil so you don't put that stuff back on some oil. I mean, your plug into some oil. Go ahead and put the. Make sure you don't cross thread it. So do it, softly at first, and then after you get it in there and the threads meet each other, then you can tighten. So you hand tighten it. Again, wipe excess oil off. Make sure your ratchet is at righty tighty. This is how you adjust it. Twist it left or right. Righty tighty. Go ahead and tighten it up. Again, just make it snug. That's all I do. I haven't had any oil leaks. I have a story to tell you. Where my wife was rushing me one time to do this, and I had an issue. Okay, now you're gonna go ahead and look for. You're gonna go ahead and look for the old one of this. This is an OEM, original equipment manufacturer for Honda. I suggest you get one of these for Honda. You can get other stuff, but no, I would suggest Honda. Okay. I was gonna try to do it with my hand because I only hand tightened it. I didn't use any equipment last time. Let's see if I can loosen it on my hand. Nope. So I gotta get my ratchet. I mean my oil filter puller offer. So I'll be right back. All right, so I got this is not what I normally use to take the filter off, but for some odd reason, because I went to go help someone else change their oil, I can't find my filter uh, puller offer. So hopefully this is gonna work. Of course, during the video, you can't find your stuff that you're supposed to use, right? Okay. Use this rag for so I don't slip around. And you want to do lefty loosey, okay? Man. Okay, that's getting away. I want to beat the heat, guys, because it's getting warm out here. Not doing. There we go. All right. So when you get it cracked loose, you want to make sure that the oil pan is under it, because there is oil going to come out, and you don't want oil to be falling all over the place and get all over your driveway. So let me fix my hood. All right. Here we go. Oh, maybe not. Sorry, I thought it was ready. I gotta twist it some more. There we go. Twist it some more. Okay. Actually, I might use this next time. This is actually easier than the other one. Okay. So, okay, here we go. Here it comes. Oil, you see oil falling. And then here's the old oil filter coming out soon. As soon as I get it untwisted, everything is threaded, okay? Everything is threaded. Okay. And it's gonna come out at some point. There we go. And there's the rest of the oil, guys. Okay, so there's a lot of oil in the oil filter. I normally don't see that much oil in the oil filter. That's fine though. I was wondering what the other oil is. Okay, you can cut it. Woo, you recording? All right, guys. So quick story time on what not to do. I was changing my wife's oil once before. This is probably when I first started changing oil, and she was in a rush to go somewhere. I forget where it was, work, something, I don't know. And I took off this old oil filter, and I don't know if you can see, but it has like a rubber ring around it. This is the seal on the oil filter. And I took off the old one again in a rush because I was trying to hurry up and get her oil change so she can go. And I put on the new oil filter, and so I don't know if you don't know this, but let me just show you. This right here, this ring, it comes out. Okay. So this rubber ring was stuck to the housing of the oil filter. And basically what ended up happening is I put this new oil filter on top of the ring that was already there, which created a gap. So as soon as she drove off the ramps, the oil spewed everywhere. Okay. So this is the reason why you want to take your time with this. It's good, oil changing, you can do it real fast, but I don't like doing oil change real fast because of that story I just told you. So make sure you take your time. Make sure you go through all the steps, do all the necessary things. Make sure you oil this oil filter, the new oil filter on the top. Just put oil so it doesn't get stuck. Okay. And yeah, that's just a quick little story. All right, guys. So, like I was just saying, on the old oil filter, you can see that the ring is on there, so we're good to go. Don't have to worry about that. I just wanted to check that for you guys and for myself. So you take your rag and where you pulled the oil filter from, you want to go ahead and just clean. Make sure there's no old oil on there. Make sure there's no seal on there. Okay. You want to make sure all that's taken care of. And that's it. Okay. And now you want to take some of this new oil. You can pop up, Zion. Take some of this new oil right here. This new filter. Take it with your finger and just rub it on around there. That's all you're doing. Okay. Making sure that's nice and greased up with the fresh oil. Okay. OW20. Then you're going to go ahead and screw it back up on there. Remember, take your time. So make sure you don't cross thread. You cross thread, you're going to have even a bigger issue. Make sure I get it on there. And some of these oil filters have to go on at an angle, so it's not straight up and down. Make sure that you know that. So I got it on the thread, twisting it up. And again, go ahead and hand tighten this, guys. You don't want to use a machine or any type of tool. Go ahead and hand tighten it. Hand tight is good enough. Okay? Hand tight is good enough. All right, hand tighten is good, guys. It's good. All right. Now we have the plug in, everything's tightened. We got the filter, a brand new filter. Now all we do is go and put the oil in. Click them. All right, so go ahead and take off the part where you fill the oil in. I forgot what it's called, but you'll be able to see it. It's marked by this, see? OW20 is what goes in this vehicle. That's also another way you can find out what type of oil goes in your vehicle. Just look at the oil cap. Make sure that's nice and clean. You know, nothing on that. You don't want nothing in your oil. We had to clean out. So this is not my regular filter I use. I usually use this for my windshield washing fluid. I can't find my oil filter, so now this is my new oil filter. I had to rinse it out. It's dried up because you don't want any water in your oil. So go ahead and put that in where you got that cap at, okay? And the amount of oil that goes in each vehicle differs, so you need to look that up. My Toyota Sienna takes 6 quarts, and the Honda Pilot, I believe, takes 5 quarts. I'm gonna put it on the screen right now what it takes. But what I end up doing is I end up putting in 4 quarts, and that's enough to start the car and everything. Then I put this vehicle on flat ground. After I get it on flat ground and level, I'll see how much oil, how much the oil is reading. If it's reading short, I'll add some, and it's not going to read over because I'm only putting 4 quarts. All right, so here we go. This is a 5 quart, 5 US quarts, okay, or 4.73 liters. And so this is how it's measured over here on the side. So right now you can see clearly that it's 5 quarts in here. I don't know why I don't have it marked right here, but it's clearly 5 quarts. And so I just take it down to about right here, to about right here, and then I go ahead and I test it on flat ground. Here we go. Always pour slow too. Don't pour fast, okay? You don't want to overdo it or anything. And what I like to do too, so I just pour that little portion in there. I'm gonna go ahead and stop. Then you're gonna come over here and you're gonna just look, and you shouldn't see anything dripping. Okay, that's what I like doing. That's how I like to check. I don't know why he slid it. That's what I like to do. I just like to check and see if anything is dripping. Okay, and as you can see, there's nothing dripping, so that's a good thing. Then you can continue pouring. That means everything is sealed off. Okay, again, pour slow. This is not a commercial for Mobil One, but it is some good oil. And every so often, you want to go ahead and check how much you put in there. So far, if that's 5 quarts, it's down to 3. So we put 2 quarts in so far. Okay, watch that. So just go ahead and pour it slowly. And again, I just like to check, see how much I've poured. We're almost down to 2 liters and 2 quarts. Again, I like to definitely go ahead and check again. I just like to double check, guys. After that spray out, trust me, I like the gel check. We're gonna go ahead and pour a little bit more, then we're gonna cap it up. Okay, I think that's about it. So we're at about 1 quart right here. See, told you. Pretty much figured that's all I need to pour. And we're gonna go ahead and cap it up because we don't want anything to fly into our fresh oil. Any dirt, anything. You're gonna go ahead and let the funnel sit for a little bit because if it has built up oil in there, um, you don't want the oil to come spraying all out. So now you can take time to clean up your workstation. Okay, last little trash, and then we'll be right back. Okay, guys, I took the funnel out. I'm gonna go ahead and put the cap back on. Again, tighten it slowly. No, you don't want to cross thread until you get the thread biting. You can go ahead and twist it down. Make sure that you push that dipstick back down in there tight. Everything's sealed. Everything looks okay. While you're in here, check your windshield washer fluid levels, your brake levels. I'm sorry, your brake levels. Excuse me, your brake levels. Your power steering is right here. This is your coolant. Um, check your battery terminals. Make sure that they're free of any type of acid. Just kind of look around, make sure everything looks like it's supposed to be. You don't want to be driving around crazy with your filter off or your air filter not in. You want to make sure everything's in together. So you go ahead and close the hood because we want to get it back on level ground and check level, okay? So I'm going to have my wife come out here and back her truck off the ramps because she likes to do that and because I'm dirty and I don't want to get dirt onto her vehicle. All right, check out. So like I said, guys, this is what she likes to do. She likes to back her vehicle off the ramps or release that brake and then just slowly back off the ramps. And there it is. Okay. Put the car back on level. And after you get the car put back on level, you'll be able to go ahead and check the levels of the oil. All right. I'll show you guys that in a moment. All right, guys. One thing I forgot is you want to make sure that you leave the vehicle running for a little bit to get the oil to circulate throughout the engine so that when you do get the levels are accurate as possible so that you don't overfill your vehicle with oil. The good thing about, again, I like checking. The good thing about uh, oil and changing is what you want to do is you want to put less, not more. When you put too much oil, you got to change the oil again, right? Um, and so You could go ahead and make sure that you put less oil that you can add when you're short. Don't don't put uh, don't put more oil because you have to change the oil all over again. And when you change the oil all over again, guess what? That's more money. So Jeff definitely want to do that. Engine's been on for a little bit. We can go ahead and turn it off and check the oil. Word to the wise, I grew up in a bad neighborhood. You never want to kind of leave your engine running and walk away from it or be in a place where you can get ran over. Because I've seen too much. But yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and you're gonna go ahead and take that snifty difty rag, go ahead and pull from the oil dipstick. You're gonna go ahead and wipe it off for those who don't know how to check oil. And then you put it back in slowly but surely. And you put it all the way back down in there. And then pull it all the way back out slowly because you want a correct reading. And what you're looking for on this type is that it's not past the, it's not before the hash marks. So we're actually full. Actually, no, I'm sorry, on this side. We're right at the hash marks. Okay, I don't know if you guys can tell from the camera, we're right at the hash marks, so we're good, we're full. The reason why that might be is because sometimes when you change your oil, you never get all the oil out. That's why, and especially when you change oils on an angle like that, you never get all the oil out, but you get majority of the oil out. Go ahead, put the dipstick back down in there, all the way down. And that's how you change your oil on a 2013 Honda Pilot. Okay, guys, this is us resetting the oil life. After you're done with your oil change, you want to make sure you reset your oil life. You go ahead, take your key, put in the ignition, 2 clicks. You're going to see all the lights come up. You're going to go to the trip odometer button, okay? And you're going to click through till you get to the oil, right? And we were already at the oil. It's the oil right here. You're going to press and hold. Oil life comes up, release, press it again. It's going to flash some more. Just press and hold. It's going to seem like a pretty long time. Then it's going to reset itself, okay? And there we go. It's reset at 100%, as you can see. All right. And then it's going to go back on. Basically, you're doing that to basically make sure that the oil your car knows when it's been 3,000 miles, 3 to 5,000 miles. But you should definitely change your oil between 3 to 5,000 miles or 3 months. There is oil out there that's supposed to last for 10,000 miles. The oil I just used is supposed to last for 10,000 miles, but I'm really skeptical about that. So I change mine every 3 to 5,000 miles or 3 months. Okay. Yes, it is 81 degrees. That's why I said I did it early. James backwards. And I'm out.